If you're in the mood for lasagna, but you don't want to put all the work into layering it and everything, well, today's recipe is just perfect for you. Katherine Johns is here from the Two Kates in Elkton, Kentucky, and she's going to show us how to make a lasagna casserole that makes it really easy. What a great idea.
Does. And when you go to bite into it, they think they're having lasagna, but it's a whole lot easier to eat and much less messy because you're using egg noodles, so you're not, you don't have these great big sheets of noodles.
So easier to eat, easier to make.
Exactly.
Sounds terrific.
It's very simple. It makes a great gift if you need a hostess gift, someone who's sick. This is wonderful. It freezes well, so it doubles well, it halves well. It's just a terrific
Sounds like
recipe.
the perfect recipe to add to your arsenal.
You definitely need it. So what we're going to do today, I've already cooked off the egg noodles and mixed it. I've drained them, mixed them with some chopped onion, cream cheese, and sour cream.
Okay.
And you want to do that while it's hot.
So that's all in the pan right
Exactly. It's ready to go. And that was one of the things we talked about this morning. Get your noodles going and then start your ground beef. So you can do this in a fairly nice little short period of time.
Okay.
And what I'll have you do, if you would, I've already browned the ground beef and I've drained it. And this is a good time that if you wanted to try turkey instead of beef, I think with all this combination of flavors and different ingredients, I have not personally done it, but I still think it would be a good idea. My husband hasn't bought into the turkey thing. So then we're going to add our jar of the diced tomatoes with green chilies.
This is, and I don't mind saying the name brand, that's the Rotel. And you just put these in these cute jars, but actually these are just cans that you get at the grocery store.
Exactly. You're just getting your normal size.
So that's a can of Rotel.
And then a can of Italian tomatoes. If you find that you want to make this and you don't have those Italian tomatoes in your cupboard, you can use your regular tomatoes. Just add a little basil, a little oregano, because that's what's in there.
Okay, so they've just seasoned them up for you.
Exactly. So if you don't want to buy the Italian, you'd rather do it yourself, you can do that. This is a small jar of the tomato paste.
Okay.
And you put that in there. And you want to let this simmer for about 10 minutes. So and that way the flavors marry, everything gets incorporated well, which works out because your noodles are actually boiling and then letting them drain.
Okay.
And to the meat mixture, we're adding a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And it's a half a teaspoon. And that can be a little strong, so I would follow that direction.
Okay.
Sometimes I take liberties, but that's not
Don't overdo that, huh?
Because it can get a little bitter-like.
Okay.
It can be a little strong. And to that, I add about a teaspoon of salt. And if you're watching your salt, you might want to cut that back because with the cheeses and everything, it's not bad.
Okay.
A little pepper. And like I said, we would normally let that marry for about 10 minutes and simmer.
Okay.
And then make sure our noodles are good and drained. And while they're warm, of course, then we toss in the cream cheese, our wet ingredients. Then,
ready for this?
Noodles are in there. Pour over your meat.
Here we go. So none of the layering that you'd normally do with all those sheets of lasagna.
Exactly. You're not having to have your ricotta egg mixture, your noodles, and your meat, all the different cheeses.
You have to really want to make lasagna.
It's a production.
To do that.
And normally
this is easy.
Oh, yes. And if I'm making lasagna, I like to make a whole lot because it's a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
This is a family favorite. People love it. And it's so close. It has that taste and everything comfort about that lasagna has without all the fuss and muss.
All right, now we got our cheeses.
In our order. Cheddar. And you do want to follow your order because these cheeses, they're kind of in the order that they will most least brown.
Okay.
So it'll turn out your best. Your Parmesan.
Oh, yeah. For a cheese lover, this is great.
Oh, yeah. And you could use more than and most of the time I do because I like to see the cheese sort of like string it all over.
And how long are we baking?
At 35 minutes at 350 degrees.
That is
great. If you
great.
want to freeze it, this is the time to do it. Let it cool out. Wrap it well with plastic wrap. Put on your foil top. Run it in the freezer and you've got a meal ready to go.
That is fantastic.
Yes.
All right, from the Two Kates in Elkton, Kentucky, I'm going to put something on our website too about a big event that's going on there that's helping a wonderful charity, and we'll let you know about that as well. This is recipe number 5313. It's available online at newschannel5.com. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Second Sunday in March. Hope to see you.
All right.